Hello everybody, what is going on? It is your boy iiUnCluTchABle here with that free-for-all on terminal with the MSR I told you about earlier in the All or Nothing video on bootleg. I do go negative in this, but I really just wanted to post this for the story I wanted to share with you guys, and because it's my first ever free-for-all and I just grabbed the nuts by the freaking bull horn. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I happened to switch right here quickly to the MSR, and I don't even know why I did it. It was just a last urge thing. Maybe I would have done better with that P90, who the fuck knows. But anyways, guys, I want to get into my topic real quick, and what my topic is, it's back to school. And it's not what it may sound like. It's actually a story about myself and my school experience over the last couple of years and what happened to me and the improvements that I'm making this year going back to school. Hopefully it will interest you guys, and hopefully it may inspire you guys to make some changes in your own life and make the better choices for yourself as far as your education goes. So let's get right into the story. Back in kindergarten through 6th grade, I honestly pulled straight A's every year because it was easy, and I'm one of those kids that can just pull straight A's and not have to study. Real quick, coming off that, my Regencies this year, I scored 90s on all of them, and I literally did not study for a single Regents, and I pulled 90s on all of them, and they were very hard, but believe me, I got it done. I don't even know how I did it, but I just happened to be a smart kid, you know. Anyways, kindergarten through 6th grade, I had straight A's. I got a presidential academic excellence award signed by Barack Obama for it, whatnot. And 6th grade graduation came. My grandpa made a deal with me at that graduation. He said, "Gage, if you do the same thing 7th through 12th grade, I'll buy you a car." And I was like, "Oh, really?" So 7th grade comes around, and everybody's terrified to make this change, going from 6th grade to 7th grade, and then 8th grade to high school. Or for anybody, if you're an international. No, I said the same thing. Same thing in international. But yeah, 8th grade to 9th grade for you international guys. It's a big change, It's a big change in your life. It's a big change in the way you learn and the way everything's set up. Elementary school to middle school is a huge step up, and it was really difficult for me. When I hit 7th grade, I had straight A's up until the second quarter, which is the part of the year, 20 weeks into the school year. I met a girl. That should explain everything right there. I met a girl, and shit started to go downhill real quick. My grades went from 95 and above on everything to 75 and below on everything. I started slipping. 8th grade year, broke up with the girl, met another girl. The breakup left me pretty depressed, and I wasn't a very happy kid, so that affected my schoolwork a lot. I just got lazy. I wasn't doing my schoolwork. My grades started slipping again. I started failing classes. Luckily, I did not have to take any classes over, but I did fail a couple classes that year. And 8th grade was just overall a terrible, terrible year for me. Friends-wise, I lost a lot of close friends. I did terrible in school. I didn't have a good home life. I was losing these girls that I was finally, 8th grade, I was starting to fall in love for the first time. It was craziness. These hormones that are running through your body in 8th and 9th grade, they change. And you feel love for the first time, and it's such a powerful thing. Feeling in love with somebody and loving somebody are two totally different things. You guys maybe have experienced loving someone, but not too many people at my age have experienced fully being in love. When I was in 9th grade, I fell in love with the first girl, and it was a mistake. Because I fell in love with her, I let her come before everything. She came before my family. She came before my hygiene, which was not good. I missed brushing my teeth a few times just so I could go see her or whatever. My personal hygiene was not at its best in 9th grade. I'm still a clean kid, obviously, but it wasn't as it should be. That was a nice shot. And it also got in the way of my schoolwork. 9th grade, I failed 4 classes. 4 fucking classes I failed in 9th grade. That is ridiculous. I'm a kid. I'm a smart kid. My grandparents tell me it all the time. Everybody that meets me tells me I'm a smart kid. And they see my report card from school and they ask, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why is this your grades? And, it made me feel bad about myself. I didn't feel good about my life in 9th grade. Everything was downhill. Not a lot of people know this, but I attempted suicide twice in 9th grade. Shit was not going right for me, and it was mainly because I let everything get in the way. I let this one girl get in the way of everything that should have come before her. My schooling, my family, my brothers, my sisters, my grandparents, my pets, myself. It came in the way of sports. It came in between friendships. And honestly, she wasn't even that good of a girl. She was not that pretty. She wasn't that nice to me. We broke up after 2 months of dating. and it was the worst experience I've ever had in schooling, and it changed me a lot as a person. And now this year, at the end of ninth grade, shit got really bad with my family. We started arguing a lot after myself and Trista, her name was, broke up. It was a bad experience. We started arguing all the time. We were fighting. We literally got into fist fights almost, and that was a nice turnaround. And we literally almost got into fist fights, myself and my grandfather. And it's awful to think about, but it happened, and it's in the past now. I can't change the past. I can only help myself in the future. And I've made a lot of bad decisions when it comes to my family and what I was doing at the moment. I made a lot of really dumb, rational decisions that have affected me even today. I got kicked out of my house for a couple months. I had to move. I moved to a city called Syracuse, about half an hour away. I finished school there, still had terrible grades because I was just all out of whack. I was extremely depressed. I attempted suicide for the second time, excuse me. The first time was when myself and the girl broke up. And this summer, I had an amazing summer. Everything in my life has turned around. Everything it's changed. Change is great. Change is a wonderful fucking thing. When you do it for yourself and you're improving yourself, change is the best thing. That was a fucking amazing throwing knife. Oh my god. Anyways, change is an amazing thing. When you accomplish something that you set out to accomplish, it gives you a sense of self-worth, and it gives you a huge sense of pride. And honestly, guys, I'm going to carry this commentary over into another video. I almost did it on the 13-minute demolition video I had, but I just want to let you know it's going to be 2 parts, and this is going to be called My Story. And in the second part, I'll explain more stuff about my family. But this summer was amazing for me, guys. I started YouTube. I made a lot of new friends. I moved back home. My family situation has gotten completely better. It's completely different now. I'm back home. We're not fighting. I'm more mature. I'm loving my family again. There's no hatred. And, everything just got better. I met another girl. We're together now. Her name's Brittany. She's an amazing girl. And when it comes to schooling, I made myself a promise that I'm never going to let a girl or anything come in between myself, my education, my family, and my sports ever again. That's not something I can do. I made these changes, and I don't want to change back. I'm a better person than I was in every way, shape, and form. And I'm extremely proud of myself. I lost 50 pounds from being so depressed. And I also lost more weight that I needed to lose from exercising and getting outside, which was another change I made for the better. But when it comes to schooling this year, guys, this commentary is going to run over a little. But when it comes to schooling this year, I made myself a promise. That promise that I'm not going to let anyone get in my way. I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'm not going to let my schoolwork come second to anything. I can't do it anymore. I can't do that to myself. I can't do that to my family. I can't do that to my friends. I can't do that to Brittany. The changes I have made are so much for the better that if they ever reversed, my life would be ruined again. I would be back down in the dumps. I would be depressed. I would think about these bad, deep, dark thoughts again. And it would be an awful experience. The suicide attempts I had in 9th grade, I don't know what to say about it. That I was in such a dark place at the time. It seemed like the right option. It seemed like there was no other option. It was either this way, or I sit here and I'd be miserable and wither away in my own health and hypothetical remorse of my brain just from being so depressed all the time. The demise, not demorse. But anyways, guys, the changes I've made for my schooling this year, I've done my homework. I'm getting my homework done. I made myself a promise. That's the problem. That's the thing that killed me last year, was not doing my homework. I didn't do my homework, and I would go in and ace tests, but I wouldn't do projects either, and it just fucked me all over. So basically, guys, the whole point of this commentary is to tell you the changes I've made in my life, some of them. And hopefully, if you guys hear this and maybe you think, I'm procrastinating all the time like Gage did. I'm not doing my homework like Gage did. I'm fighting with my parents like Gage did. I'm putting this girl before anything and everything that it shouldn't come before like Gage did. If any of you guys have thought any of that, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the right choice and path to go down for yourself. It's really not. It will lead to depression. It will lead to health problems sprung from that depression and from putting everything before your own hygiene. It will lead to you flunking out of school. And if you don't get a good education, guys, you're not going to get a good job. You're not going to make money. You're going to live in a fucking box on the side, a trash can. I don't even know. You're not going to have a good life. And the changes I made for myself are allowing me to have a better and very good life. I love it. I love it so fucking much, guys. You can't understand how great I feel when I look back at where I was, and then I take a look in the mirror and see where I am today. The physical changes, the mental changes, myself growing up, the fighting with my family stopping, everything is just so much for the better now. And it's insane because I never, when those dark thoughts were running through my head, I never imagined anything would ever get better again. And it's an awful thing to think. You never want to go down that road. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this commentary. It got really serious really fast. The next commentary I'm going to do is going to be a terminal demolition video. And it's going to be kind of a serious commentary again. It's going to be about my family, about the decisions they've made that have affected myself and them, and basically why I live with my grandparents, and I really don't know my parents that well. But yeah, guys, I'm wrapping this up. I want to thank you all for being the few of you that there are. I really want to sincerely thank you for being a part of my life and allowing me to share my thoughts and my feelings and be real with you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here for me, the few of you that there are. Thank you. I'm iiUnCluTchABle. This has been some sort of gameplay. I don't even fucking know. I'm out. Peace, guys.